Jiggity. Carson.
I'm ready. You know I'm addicted to the gram, bro.
No, I know.
I'm addicted to the gram. I gotta make sure everybody
knows.
Everybody knows, bro. Nope, and then nobody knows because the algorithm suppresses me.
I've been suppressed. Let's hit the intro. I pray. I don't think it's gonna be loud. Let's do it.
Poducer.
Butt stuff. Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to Poducer, the podcast for producers. Today we're joined by Kare.
The Kare, the package, the bear.
You gotta speak louder.
Kare, the package, the bear, the mattress.
The mattress?
Yeah, that was hard.
That was kind of hard.
I kind of got bars. I don't have bars.
No one ever sits the way you're sitting, but I'm kind of like...
Cause they don't really got that type of steez. I'm like steezed up right now.
I feel like I can see it.
Yeah.
Your hair looks good.
I got it done for you.
Can you turn for the camera? You did get it done though, right?
Yeah, I got it.
What is that?
You had a palm roll of my hair. Like you put the little lock.
Look at my hair.
Well,
you know what I mean?
It's not for you. I mean, unless you like wanted to get all Wookiee.
I could do it. I used to look like Jesus, so I mean.
Yeah, you did. But like 1700s Bible Jesus though.
Right.
Like not like like BC Jesus. You feel me?
BC Jesus is like cool and swaggy and does coke and shit.
And he has brown skin.
All right, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, sorry, I set you up.
No, it's cool. I was thinking about the 80s.
Yeah, I mean, you look like 80s Jesus for sure.
The 80s is my least favorite era.
Yeah.
And sometimes I think about how like my parents grew up in the 80s and like that was probably their heyday. But like,
oh yeah, this is your heyday.
I'm not gonna lie though, we're in the modern 80s right now because everything's kind of shit with like AI and stuff. Like it just feels like you know how when they invented like digital reverb in the 80s, it sounded like shit.
Oh, like that, like
yeah,
spring reverb sounding shit.
No, I mean like spring, but yeah, spring.
Okay,
spring sounds crazy.
Digital. Yeah,
spring's not digital, but like the digital first reverb sounded like shit, and just like I feel like things in the 80s kind of sounded like shit. Now there's some good songs in the 80s.
Yeah, that's like crazy era of music.
Yeah, but they sound kind of weird.
I'm not a music historian. I give no fucks at all
about
music.
Who's just setting you up good?
I just only care about what's going on right now. Not that the music back then was not good. Because recently I had a Brian Eno phase, I'm going back to my roots, my ambient roots, trying to figure out, the history of like ambient music and just like what's popping back then, because they were really working, and the way they were mixing back then, that analog shit is so good. Oh my god, have you been to the planetarium?
Yeah. Recently
at all?
Not recently.
Okay, I went like a year ago to the planetarium with some friends. And we saw a presentation of that album, Dark Side of the Moon.
Oh yeah, that sounds sick. What do you mean a presentation?
It was like it was like a 50th anniversary of the album, and they had like this fucking like, I don't know if it was like a 360 screen or what.
Oh yeah, like the planetarium.
Yeah.
Sphere kind of.
Yeah, massive screen. Some people made like this crazy visual for the entire album, and it's like you're just in space the entire time. I smoked, and I hadn't smoked in so long. I had never heard that album before, and seeing that presentation and hearing that album for the first time in that room with that gorgeous sound system was kind of life changing.
Yeah.
It makes you be like, damn, like, you know, as
How long
musicians-
ago was this?
This was last year, bro. It might still be going on.
Really?
Yeah, but they do. I guess they do stuff like that.
I mean, yeah, the planetarium is pretty sick. Is Dark Side of the Moon the one that they do where if you listen to The Wizard of Oz, like if you push play on Dark Side of the Moon and then push play on Wizard of Oz, it like syncs to the movie? I think that might be a thing.
No idea. But that's actually hard as fuck.
Yeah.
That's hard.
I think it's the one. I could be spoken. I don't know. But yeah, dude, fucking that sounds sick, and I'm glad that you went to the planetarium because museums in Chicago are kind of lit. Like, I haven't been to the field in a while.
Dude, did you hear about the Pokemon exhibit?
Yes. I saw that, and I was like, I know Kare's going to be all about this because last time you were at my house, you were playing Pokemon Go, and I was like trying to kind of talk to you, and you're like, I'm actually like in
Locked
something
in.
right now.
I'm
I was
locked
like,
the fuck
oh
in.
shit, okay, my bad.
Yeah, I was on Pokemon Pocket. I was on a decent amount.
Oh, is that not? That's not Go.
Nah, Go is like the traveler. You know, so you take it around, you catch Pokemon on the streets. Pokemon Pocket, this is not an ad. We do not support.
We're not.
I'm joking. No, Nintendo's alright. They just be kind of gatekeeping. Me too, though.
About what?
They're fucking games. You can't do shit with they're anything.
You can't like mod them.
You can't mod it. You can't make remakes. You can't they will strike you down if you make a remake of their game.
Okay.
And like give you a fucking cease and desist. It's crazy.
Interesting.
But
Pokemon Pocket.
I was playing a lot of like Pokemon Pocket, and it was cool. I'm just like not a gamer anymore.
Dude, it's so hard to game as an adult. I don't know what it is.
I just don't care, and I'm not doing shit. I just won't pick up the controller or pick up my phone to play a game anymore.
Yeah. So why? Because like you have other things that you deem more important.
For some reason, my brain, like, games don't give me dopamine.
Oh, I was just listening to like some shit about dopamine, and yeah, I feel the same way. It doesn't
Stimulate me. I just like
it
keep
depends
on moving.
though. There's some games, like there's this new Bungie game. People that made Halo and Destiny, they're coming out with a new game called Marathon.
Okay.
And it looks really cool. It could totally flop. I feel like most games nowadays are kind of like where films are at, where they kind of do this cash grab shit. And you're like, why the fuck did they put this in this game? It's trash now because they were trying to make some money. Anyway, hopefully that game's good, and I would enjoy playing it with some friends.
Yeah.
But like me sitting down to play a game alone doesn't happen that much.
Nah. Since I started dating my girlfriend,
Yeah.
I don't care. Like, I'd rather just hang out with Jack.
That's real.
I'd rather hang out with my girlfriend than play fucking Call of Duty and get angry. I just like, honestly, you know what?
What?
Not gonna lie.
Hot takes. Let's go.
It's not even a hot take. I'm cracked at COD. Just like I'll just hop on the game, and I'm gonna have a 6 KD. Like literally, I'll just.
Okay. All right. I want to.
No, I'm like that.
Which COD?
The last one, because like any COD that has decent movement, I'm probably gonna be cracked at because I'm like a slider. Like I like to slide cancel.
I'm a slider.
So like if I can slide and jump, I'm shitting on people. Yeah. I am like literally like ruining these fucking 40-year-old fucking dads. I'm ruining their lives.
We might have to try Marathon when it comes out. That's like my
I'll try for like
hope that
look,
game's
I got a 2-hour window. If you don't get me hooked in 2 hours, never play a game.
I'm gone.
I have not I think I've bought like plenty of games over the last few years. I have not touched any.
Yeah, no, I've done the same thing. I just bought games. Okay.
Yeah, what's up?
Before we get too into the game talk,
let's talk about some real shit.
Well, first of all, thanks for coming over and hanging.
Yeah.
I think one thing I want to say too is Shout out Maj over at Shure. We got these new headphones. Sheesh. Yeah, they're pretty swag. You can't see you.
Oh shit.
You gotta talk for it to see. But that's like only because.
Here are my headphones. You see me?
Yeah, you look good.
Yeah, you see.
I'm always like self-conscious, like how do my headphones look on my head? But I like these ones. They're pretty good.
Yeah, they're actually plated with real gold.
Yeah, they have real gold.
Real gold. So if you're looking for a nice pair of headphones, this is not an ad.
Wait, I gotta turn you up. Hold on.
All right, turn me up. Turn me up.
Wait, keep talking.
And you look in the mirror, say what's up. Hey, I'm getting money. Oh, hop up out the bed, turn my swag on. Took a look in the mirror, say what's up. Hey, yeah, we're getting money. Oh.
Okay, thanks for doing that test for me.
That was a good test.
That was good. That was a little performance out of you.
I love a performance.
Me too. Yo, let's listen to a track because that's what we came here for.
Let's listen to Mind Tuck.
All right, wait, hold on. Where do I find that?
It's inside the open up.
Is it Weather?
Yeah, everything is in the Weather Within right now.
Okay,
So
Kare's got a lot of music on the horizon.
I do have a lot of music on the horizon.
So that's kind of why we're doing this. We're partly trying to show off some music of Kare. Also, it's just been a little bit since I've had you on. We have like the new studio lighting. It's looking better.
Mm-hmm.
You deserve a proper podcast.
I got my hair done for this.
Oh, shit. Okay. Wait, we never really finished that. They roll it?
They palm roll it. Yeah, they get the hair. They get like a little bit of my hair, you know, the strands, like your hair. Then they roll it together and it creates this like little cylinder. Then over time, the hairs with inside the cylinder started like matting up and they started like twisting.
Like weaving?
Yep, they weave within each other, which creates the lock. So that's how it happens. Because the hairs, since I have like 4-3 hair, my curl pattern just like turns into these locks as it like bonds together. It's really cool shit.
Word. My hair is kind of curly, but like it's not on. No, it's not the same.
You got like a one. I don't know anything about
one.
A 1A. I don't fucking know.
Okay. You were using terms I don't know, but I'm here to learn.
Exactly.
All right, let's listen to the song. What was the one we were gonna do?
Let's do. How do you want to start off? You want to go hard?
No, whichever sounds good to you, honestly.
Let's play Stuck in the Past.
Stuck in the Past.
Yep.
Is that on this one? Am I not seeing?
Yeah, refresh it.
Did you just add it?
I added a whole bunch of music.
You're crazy.
I added like 5 more songs.
Hold on one sec. Oh wow, you really did. Okay, cool. So anything you want to say about this one before? Also, just like you got a big body of music. You have a lot of music.
Yeah.
That you're just sitting on.
Yeah, I gotta. Right now I am working on my next album, which will be called The Weather Within. I have a lot of cool tracks for it. Right now, I'm just kind of trying to figure out how I want to like arrange the tracks, and even how I want the album to sound in comparison to like my last project, because my first project, Flowers for Your Inner Child, I think is like a really beautiful body of work. And
got it right here.
Oh yeah, you do have it.
Wait, let's see. Oh yeah, that's the one. Wow, it actually focused. Thank you.
And I love that album, and I I want to do right by myself by continually releasing a cohesive body of work. And I'm kind of getting stuck in that, and I'm trying to like let that idea go that it has to be cohesive, because I've been reading this book called How to Steal Like an Artist, and there's a chapter that talks about basically any work that you do will be cohesive, so there's no reason to focus on cohesion just because it's your work. and it's a direct reflection of who you are. So I'm trying to take in that lesson for myself and just let the music be what it is. Let the moments that I made the music be those moments, and kind of continue to move forward. Because with this album, I do want to tell like a new story, and the new story is like love, like loss, like loneliness, and just like all of those, how all of those like feelings kind of like swirl around inside of me, just like a storm. And that is what the weather is. And also the weather, since it's spelled WHETER, it's also like the dissonance that I feel inside.
I think you missed an H, but yeah, no, I heard.
Did I?
Yeah,
Did I forget an H?
no. I just want to make sure people aren't like, what? Wait, what?
Hey, we cannot post this. No.
It's live, baby.
Yeah. The weather.
But it's also spelled that way because with an H.
Oh, with the H, it is spelled that way. Thank God. It's spelled that way because it also represents like the dissonance that I feel inside of myself. Sometimes, especially during like hard moments. Like, a lot of times, I feel like a lot of hope, but at the same time, I think in my subconscious, my body has this drain, and it just really
Wait, like a drain that
just like weakness. Like my
like
my soul wants to keep moving, but my body is almost like holding me back, and like that dissonance.
Oh yeah, I feel
it's
that.
like, whew, it's just like what do I want to do?
Is it your like? Does that include your mind?
Yeah, sometimes it can be my mind
like,
too.
is your mind part of the body in this? Because you're saying your soul, which is like kind of outside of your mind.
In a sense, yeah. It's like since it's like weather, and it's also like the weather part of it, it switches places so often that I feel like sometimes I don't know what I feel. I feel so turbulent. And through this album, I want to express that turbulence. So a lot of these songs, especially the song that we're actually going to play next called Rage, kind of goes through this cycle of like peace, and also like the feeling of like rage, but also this like sereneness that you also feel
Okay.
after the storm. And then it ends with like this extreme like dissonance. And I think that Rage really encapsulates the feeling of the entire album as a whole. And I think Rage may be my favorite song on the album. So if you want to play it.
Wait, are we going to play Stuck in the Past first?
Play Rage first.
Okay, shit. All right, we'll play Stuck in the Past next.
Yep.
Rage could maybe use some bass and master. I love that. Note to self. All right, let's hit it. Can I turn it up a little bit?
As much as you want.
Just blow your ears out.
It's like,
this is good though.
It's very wall of sound, so you can turn it up. Just boost it.
I like this. Oh, we got some people in here. Okay, what's up, people?
What's up, y'all?
Chad, how's the volume for the music compared to our voices? Let me know. I could sit in this for a long time.
It's one of my favorites. Oof. Yeah. Yep, that's Rage.
How did you make that one?
It was so funny.
Like, I hear the train.
That's not even a train.
That is not a train.
That's literally just noise.
Really?
Yes.
With like a...
It's just like,
LFO.
yeah, I don't know how I made that part.
Wow, that's sick.
It just like ended up sounding, I think I may have used Corpus. I love using Corpus for ambient because you can get like some really nice like rooms and textures with it. Especially if I just want to add like a note on top of a drone, you can just literally do that with Corpus.
Yeah, Corpus is legit.
It's such a good way to make ambient music.
That's
it's
how
so
you make
easy.
crazy shit is with Corpus.
Corpus is the most slept on.
What is Corpus like? Is it? It's a resonator.
It is a resonator.
That's what they would like. Because I don't see like other plugins that are resonators. Like I'm not going to some other.
Yeah. What?
You know what I mean?
It's a slept on.
Like where? It's not like I'm trying to think of any other plugin company that makes resonators. Maybe there is.
Not that we don't talk about them enough.
Yeah, it's just like able to. I mean, if anyone uses other DAWs, like, is there other
like resonators?
Plugins? Yeah, resonators.
Corpus, I think, is a lot of like I think like a lot of my favorite ambient music I've made, even dubstep too. It's just you can get some insane textures out of it, especially if you want to like make some dope chords or some shit. Corpus is the plugin to use. You have loads of like different materials that you can pick from, but the train sound in that song was made using just Corpus and probably just a lot of Corpus in the right note and the right amount of noise too.
So like an operator or something like
it's like no, it's just noise.
But you gotta have like some input, right?
Yeah. So the original input for the song was Blake Scowron was like at my apartment one day. We were just hanging out. And me and Blake always do this thing. We're like, let's make ambient music right now. We'll just do that. So
ambient now.
Literally, it's just like that. So I open up a new plugin I'm using. I started using Expand because like, okay, let's get something down. Blake puts down one chord. He's just like playing around, and we get this really nice, like really long, kind of like this really long chord. It's really nice synth chord, and my thing always is like, like I love ambient music, so I want to finish this. So I remember that I left it that way for a few days. Me and my girlfriend get into like a fight, and as we're upset at each other, I'm like, I'm about to leave this fucking room and I am going to go finish the song. So I go to the kitchen, and on my laptop, I'm on my laptop speakers. I make a lot of my music on laptop speakers, which is really, really funny.
I've heard good things about laptop speakers. People, it's
so
because
much.
it's like, doesn't have a wide band.
Yeah.
So, of frequency.
It you gotta make it. If you can make it sound good there, it sound good anyway.
Yeah.
Just like like those NS10s, whatever.
You mean that shitty like square 1-inch?
The Yamaha speakers, I think they're like Yamahas that are like industry standard because they just kind of sound bad.
Because they're flat. Oh yeah, no, I know what you're talking about,
Yep.
like the old ones. But there's also those little Aratone ones or whatever.
Yep. I think it's Avatone.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking. They're the little square ones.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue your story.
Yeah.
You went to the kitchen.
So, me and my girlfriend get into like an argument. I decide that I'm going to leave and go to the kitchen to get some space. And I open up this project file and I'm like, I need to fucking get this energy out somewhere. So, I basically take the chords that Blake played in, and I was doing like effects over it with like, filters and stuff like that as he was going through. I took that and I bounced it to like a regular file, and I changed the pitch of the bounce waveform, and I made basically like new chords on the bottom half to kind of give it like that, a wider harmonic range, and also to add like kind of dissonance in certain areas, so I can pitch the whole thing down and just give it like, different feelings at different moments. And then, as it droned for too long, I was like, you know what? This needs like a break. This needs like that sense of peace. So I added in the sound of like waves crashing. So as like the song starts and it has like this hopeful vibe, and then you kind of get to like this part where like, you're at like a very quiet sea,
Mm-hmm.
And as you progress into like the night or into whatever moment it is, the waves start crashing in, and it basically like kind of drowns you into that section to where like the song is just the sound of like waves, static, and like down sampling. And then transition that kind of like that calm and that peace into like the rage part where like you start hearing all like this dissonance, and you're like, oh fuck, like what am I feeling now? And it's like that was the part that I felt, after I left the argument with my girlfriend. I was like, I felt like this it was like someone was like pulling like, I don't know, like it felt like horror movie strings.
Yeah.
And like I like let those waves go into like this rage, and then at the end I wanted all of that energy to kind of dissipate into like this kind of like soundscape that's only like 10 seconds of just like pure noise, like really high like pitch synth and like distortion. And I think I used like an amplifier for that, and I just fucking like push the gain of the amp until all of like the noise and the soundscape, and it created like the sound of like it created the sound of like a train. And I was like, this is the perfect way to end it. It sounds like a train is arriving in a station, and the rest of it is just like noise kind of trickling down, and the song ends.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
Did you show your girlfriend?
I did show it to her.
Like, how soon after you guys?
I mean,
Like you were like, this is what I felt after our
Yes,
fight,
literally.
and like this is the and did she like what did she think?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
do not remember.
It
at all.
wasn't for her.
It was, but in a sense, it was. It's almost like a. It almost is like a. It's not for her. It's kind of to like document the moment. It's almost like a journal entry. It's this moment in time is like when I felt all of these emotions. I felt like the love. I felt the calm when I made the song, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I felt the creativity at one part, and then I felt like this rage out of nowhere, and the rage is what like pushed me to finish the song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you feel, because we were talking about a lot of different emotions, do you feel like you're good at pinpointing what emotions you're feeling given certain contexts, like whatever the situation is?
Yeah, I can, for the most part. At least I'm able to put it into music. I think any emotion or sound that you want to hear, I feel like I can replicate it.
In music, yeah. Okay,
yeah,
I see.
Sound.
But I was thinking more, something happens,
Mm-hmm.
you're perceiving it, you're thinking about it, and you're thinking about like how I should feel, what emotions I'm feeling. Like, do you feel like you're tapped in the moment pretty good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's like my favorite part about myself sometimes. I remember I got into like a fight with my cousin one night because it was on my sister's birthday party. My cousin, like, I was like, I just really want to go home. I'm not really feeling like going out tonight. And my cousin was like, this is your sister's birthday. Why wouldn't you go out? You know, she was kind of pressing me. And I was like, I think I like said something along like, shut the hell up. I was like, mind your business. And then she was like, you are so mean and you don't know it. And I was like, no, I do know that I was being mean. I purposely was being mean to you. I knew what I felt and I gave you that emotion that I wanted to be upset with you. So I said what I fucking felt. I wasn't trying to be nice. I wasn't trying to suck in my emotion. I was mean to you and I was able to let that go. And then we cool. Neither of us took that home with us.
Yeah.
I could have held that in and like, held resentment.
Do you feel like you normally express the emotion that you're feeling? Because sometimes maybe it isn't the best, like, with your cousin or whatever. That's like a little different, your family.
I'm trying to get better at doing it.
Because
I practice it.
You still, like, the way that I feel, it's like you can't just be like no filter and just say whatever the fuck you think. Because you have to curate your words to still communicate effectively with people. Yeah. You can't just be like, well, fuck you.
I want to so bad.
No, I know. And sometimes it might just come out. But
yeah, at my old job, I did customer service face to face. And I would get so many angry customers. And at one point, I figured out that maybe I should just tell this person to fuck off. I never told them to fuck off. But there are moments where I'm like, you know what? Who are you talking to? Who do you think you're talking to?
Like you say that.
Yes. Or I'll be like, I won't help you if you talk to me like this.
Wow. That's kind of legit. Like, because I feel like, and how did they respond?
They shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And that's the best part. Because I've noticed, like, in the customer service, when you really check somebody, sometimes they will not talk. Because sometimes they need that check.
But then they're going to, like, brew and, like, get you, like, fired or something.
Nah, they don't.
But you also didn't really care, right? You were kind of checked out of the job.
Yeah, but it's like a difference. I think it's the way you talk to somebody. I think when you stand firmly on that you're not going to talk to me like this and your issue is not my issue, people kind of I think they kind of like look at themselves like, shit, I can't talk to this person this way. I need to kind of tighten up a little bit and be respectful if I'm going to get help. And if sometimes people didn't listen, it happened. It's their choice if they want to respect me or not.
Yeah.
But at that point, I'm going to walk away from you. And you can talk to my manager and go from there.
Yeah. Have you ever gotten, like, on the other side of that, been upset with, like, a customer service person and just, I don't know, Has like you ever been a Karen? Because I've
I'm
found
always a Karen.
no. But okay, well sometimes you have to be like
Yeah.
if you're calling your insurance or something, or you're calling like Comcast or Verizon or whoever. Like you literally have to fight for your right with those people.
Yes.
Because otherwise they're just like, oh, what? Like,
they'll
But-
get over on you if you like show weakness, which is like really that's the most messed up part about
it's
it.
designed that way
It's literally
so they're
designed
not
that.
just giving everyone deals.
Exactly.
I one time got to a person through Comcast. I think it was called like customer satisfaction department. And I was like, oh, and she just started giving me deals. Like she just started being like, well, we could do this. And I was like, oh, I got to like, so far into the system that they realized like we need to give this person, whatever, a better deal. But like I kind of had to fight to get there. And I'm not mean to people on the phone, but like
Being firm gets
you kind of got to be like, yeah. Okay, you said you're always a Karen.
No, I'm not really. That's kind of a joke. I'm not always a Karen, but I'm always Karen.
Oh shit! I didn't even think about that.
But
Um,
but I don't know, like at least like with certain companies, especially if I think they have poor like if I feel like they're trying to get over on me, I'll stand up for myself. Like there's been plenty of times where I'm inside of a restaurant and no one serves me, or they don't talk to me, and I do not like that. As a black man, I do not like that because it does not. It feels like I'm invisible and people aren't like giving me the attention because of like the way that I look. So I'm like, I'll go to a place that respects me and that acknowledges my existence. But today it was so funny. I went into this store, this shoe store, and I walked in, and this is not like not a race thing. This is like how they operate. I walk in, it's 3 people working here. Nobody says anything to me as I walk into the store. I'm like, okay, like I came in the store to spend money. I want a pair of shoes. So
I got a story after this. Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, whatever. Like nobody speaks to me. I'm like, okay, I guess they're busy. Or no, I think they're with a customer actually, because there's a guy standing in front of the register, and they're talking like, oh, they're checking somebody out. No, they're not. So another group of people walk in and they'll say, welcome in. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. So what I did was I did a Karen thing. It wasn't even a Karen thing. It was funny. I walked up to him like, hey man, do you have this pair of shoes in my size? And he's like, yeah, I'll go check. And then I put the shoe back. And then when he left, I walked out the store. So like,
just wasting their time.
Yeah, because like, it's easy to be kind. That's the whole thing. It is so easy to be kind, especially someone spending money with the place that you work. You should like greet them with kindness. It's 3 of y'all there. It's not a good look, especially if I want to spend money here. So I got to go find places that appreciate my presence and appreciate their customer base.
Mm-hmm.
And since I didn't feel like they appreciated me as a customer,
you kind of gave them what the okay.
Yeah.
But did you feel like that's like maybe you could have taken the higher road?
No,
Just fuck that.
I usually do.
You usually do. Yeah.
I usually take the high road. But today I was like, I'm going to troll you.
Yeah. It's not like that, but they're like, oh. But do you feel like that furthers the narrative of whatever they were thinking when you walked in? You know what I mean?
Nah.
Oh, this guy was just not serious.
Yeah, he didn't want to buy anything anyway. Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. Sometimes
like,
I get in my head about like who's gonna win in this situation.
And I think they can have that thought, but I think since they didn't speak to me in the first place, they already had that thought. And that's the messed up part about it, is that you don't respect me enough to like even try. Like you don't know who I am. You don't know what type of power I have. I could have mentioned the name today.
Of the store.
Yeah, while we're on this stream, and anyone watching could just be like, I'm not gonna shop there.
Yeah,
it's that easy.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
Yeah, so
I had a story about just like me being a fucking, but I don't. It's not worth.
Yeah,
it's a stupid story. Anyway, I think what we do is we listen to another track,
Yes.
and I think we should listen to the original one you wanted to
oh
play.
yes, please.
So I wish I could show you guys this, but you know, I didn't set it up for the stream. But anyway, we're gonna play some more music. But Stuck in the Past. That's what this track is called.
Yes.
Is that why?
I don't know. I think that this song is me trying to replicate like one of my most popular songs, which is Lost Without You. And in a sense, I'm like kind of stuck in that mode where I'm just trying to like get this sound again. And I can't seem to get there. And it's like, why won't I just move on from the sound? Am I only doing this because I know people want to hear it? And the song is nowhere. I mean, it is close to being done. I just haven't touched it in months. But I really do love like the feeling, and the sound design and like the movements. And it just goes straight in. So yeah,
Let's run it.
let's run it.
Got the Chick-fil-A cup in the shot. It's okay. We'll give him a little free. I don't think I've heard this one. I like the kick. It's flubby, but it's like it's right there. It feels like
Love this part right here.
yeah, that's fire, dude. I like that a lot.
You can figure it out.
Dylan Clever. I can't even read. I'm so blind. Dylan something said, "What up, Kare?"
What up, y'all?
I will fade this out.
Yeah.
So what's up with Untitled?
Okay.
Like what? Because I've a couple people have been showing me tracks recently, and they're just like, yeah, Untitled. I'm like, what is this?
It's just convenient.
Yeah.
And it's easy to use. It's just like
I downloaded it too because I was like, yeah.
no ads. It's like not SoundCloud.
So
Like,
is there a feed?
No, it's no feed.
It's just a place for you to keep your music and kind of like organize
It's like a
it.
Dropbox basically.
Yeah.
But I can save homie albums in here too. So I have like 3 of the homies albums.
Oh, that's actually
they-
so that makes sense. Like if someone sends you one, you're like, hey, you have access to this like
I can
homie
write
album.
notes to it. I don't think I can make edits, but I can write notes to
Oh.
them. All that type of shit. And it's really, really convenient.
Is it notes kind of like how SoundCloud does it? Because I literally just downloaded and put a track on it. I haven't.
No, you can actually like make a note.
Like
Like it has like a feature like I don't know. You go
Yeah.
in there and leave a note for somebody. It's like give you feedback. It's not like the comment section.
So, but it's not really
It's not
like.
social.
Could you, if you were not a musician, would it make any sense to download it and then also like, let's say you knew people personally and then they sent you albums? Like that's, it doesn't. Yeah, it seems like it's very musician.
It's very like musician centric for sure.
Yeah.
I saw like some ads for it, like Pink Panthers is people that worked on her album were all like sharing the files through that. Because you can send stems through it. I can send all the stems for a project, and I can download all the stems from an Untitled file instead of like Dropbox. It's convenient.
Like it's got like a better player.
It has
I
a
feel
better
like
player as like because I can do stems on it. I can pitch it around. I can change the tempo.
Wait, you can do stems like
Yes, I can stem it out. Drums, bass, synth, vocals.
but not like they gave you the stems. It's like AI stem.
Yeah, it'll just stem me out for it. Like stem my song out for me.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a good platform.
Yeah, no, I was just curious. I just feel like it's really gotten, popular.
It's very popular right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was basically it.
Dope. You want to play another song?
Yeah, wait, let me see if there. I was another app I downloaded recently that I was like, is it even music related? Oh no, I don't know. All right, yeah, let's play another song. So, you got like 15, 17 songs in this.
Oh, for real?
Are they all gonna come out
No.
like in
This album?
this album, or did you just add them in
I
here
just
so we
added
could
some
listen to them?
I just added some more in so we
Okay.
can listen.
What should we play?
You want to hear dubstep, or do you want to hear like some kind of like some like spiritual ambient beat shit?
I don't know. You choose.
Let's do dubstep.
Okay.
Let's do Mind Tuck.
Mind Tuck. Okay.
Yep, it starts off pretty fast.
What do we say about this one? What do we got?
I made this like 2 days ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's just like it's just a whip, but I don't know. I might play this out at my show.
Oh yeah. By the way, yeah, Kare is playing a show on Thursday.
Yep, Thursday, May 29th.
Thursday at the Point.
I'll be on at like 11 p.m. So if you want to see me throw down like some plates, I got some
Plates. I'll be dropping
I'm
plates.
dropping some plates, which plates are like records.
Yeah. No,
dropping some plates. It's gonna be really good vibes. It's gonna be fun.
B2B with Vince.
Yeah, back to
think
back with Vince.
Vince was in this chat. What's up? What's up,
Yeah.
doggy? But yeah, it's. Do you know what time you're playing?
Oh shit! I think I'm playing like 11. We'll see how it goes. I
Is
don't
it
know.
is it a free show?
Yeah, it's free.
It's a sound test.
It's a
NSW.
sound
Shout
test.
out.
Yeah, so I might play this out over there. Made it 2 days ago just for the show. It's kind of like, I don't know. I really like wook music. I just really like, kind of like just
You can't
like
be
trippy.
discriminatory against the wooks.
I love a wook. I love a wook.
I mean, I don't think wook is inherently a discriminatory term.
I love a wook.
I just use it as one.
That's just. So
I'm
funny.
a wook.
Are you a wook?
I mean, like when I had long hair, I was like wook as fuck.
Yeah, you was at all the shows with your long hair, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. I had to. Maybe I'll go back. Nah, I don't go back. Anyway, okay, so this is a wook track.
It's a Wookiee track. It's bassy.
Okay. Mind Tuck. Yeah. This Yeah, that one's fat. Wait, this is crazy. What? Okay. Bro. We gotta make some music together because this is like we gotta talk.
It's like that dub techno type shit. It's like the dubby techno mixing.
I have some. I like this like tribally like, but like also ethereal with the dubstep shit. Yeah. This is heat. God damn. God damn.
Yeah.
All right, that's fucking.
I made that shit like 2 days ago. As my girlfriend is sleeping on the couch, I started going crazy. I was like, I remember. I'm just like, I remember like I was like having a hard time with the beat. And she was like, I told her like, you want to help me with this beat or whatever?
She was like, you just got to use sidechain compression. You're like, what?
She was literally, she was like, it just needs to sound scarier. So at first it was like a Hamdi type beat. And then I was like, I've been getting into this habit now. Like if I start getting a block as I'm producing, instantly I need to like reroute and just go back to what I know. So I was like, I'm just gonna make this shit sound pretty. But I found this crazy drum loop on Splice. It was like it was just like some crazy syncopated drum shit. And then I accidentally put it in. Like I accidentally put the drums in incorrectly because I was on like a triplet grid. So like none of that sample was actually lined up on the grid correctly. And when I copied and paste, it's just like all out of time. So it's basically like in a fucking different time signature. But it made this like these crazy like tribal drums. And I was like, oh shit, like I'm just gonna build around this. So I started putting fucking wooden percussion everywhere. I started pitching my snares at different parts, and it was just crazy. And then I was like, you know what? Like my cheat code for making this type of bass music is I just get a one shot of a bass I like, and I just put delay on it, and I let the delay. I just record the delay, then I get all that whoop boom 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 whoop. I just get all that type of shit.
That's interesting. Yeah, I was gonna say I like the like. I'm not all bass music like this, but where it has a constant groove and you can kind of keep going with it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like here's a bass sound and then like, oh shit, here's a little space and then like another one like that. That's cool too. But I like when you can kind of like get in,
kind of coast with it.
Yeah.
Like it's supposed to be kind of trippy. It's like supposed to be like, you know, it's like that. You play this at like 2 p.m. at the bass festival when you like you got like all the daytime looks. And they're just sitting there and they like really want to like, you know, they're on their fucking drugs and shit and they really want to kind of
they want to be like doing their flow toys
exactly.
and stuff, the hula and the fucking
like,
everything.
It's a flow. It's a flow song. You know, it's for like doing flow stuff. It's for people that like, you know, are experiencing like, you know, psychedelics and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I know you're looking at the book.
What's the book?
I didn't do this with you last time. It's a book of 3,000 questions.
Beautiful.
Okay. Pick between 1 and 3,000.
388.
Would oh wait, you've been really into numerology.
Oh yeah, I am getting into numerology.
Wait, so because you were telling me this the other day, unless this is like a cheat code that you don't want to share. I don't know. But like you can
I gotta keep this one secret. It's gate kept. If you want the secrets, you gotta DM me for this.
You gotta subscribe to my Patreon.
If you want the secrets to numerology, you gotta just get into my DMs and I'll show you the secrets. But I'm just using it to like, you know,
it's basically
playing stuff out.
It's not a horoscope, but I mean there's a little bit more to numbers.
It gives you guidance.
Yeah.
Numbers, I always like to pay attention to the numbers around me because the numbers around me always give me guidance and let me know if I'm on the right path.
What's like the most recent?
I don't talk about them anymore. I don't even look them up anymore.
Okay, so there was a period
appear.
of time where you would look them up if you saw something.
Yes.
But you're saying now
I'm trusting
you'll just kind of look around and see something and be like,
yes.
Like you'll take note of it and then just keep going.
Exactly. Kind of just take note of it, accept it, and just let it be. Because all really is like, they really just mean, when you see the numbers, for me, it means that I'm in alignment with like my passions, my goals. I'm in alignment with safety. So as long as I just follow the numbers and I pay attention to the numbers, I know that I'm all right, and it gives me reassurance.
So there's like master numbers, right?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
See, I'm talking about angel numbers right now.
What was it?
Angel numbers.
Oh.
So I like to like look at angel numbers a lot.
Does that not fit into numerology?
I think it's all like encompassing. I'm not sure though.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
Let it out.
I don't want to burp on. I don't want to burp on the stream. That's crazy.
Okay, so yeah, I was just thinking like, so do you know the this is the last question about it. Do you know the numbers and you don't have to like think about it and look it up? You can kind of just be like, okay, noted. I kind of know what that means, or maybe what that signal.
In a sense, yes. And a lot of it's just like reassurance. Like usually most of the numbers like that I see are like more so about like your angels are telling you that things will be okay and that you're on the right path. Some maybe like it's like if you see 666, 666 isn't a bad thing. It's like more so that like it means that you may just need to make a little bit of adjustment to be more present and like, you know, and be more grateful for what you have.
Like if you see that, it's like there's.
I might be getting close to out of alignment, you know.
It's like a mirror to yourself. You're being devilish.
Not even devil. It's nothing about the devil.
No.
666 has nothing to do with the devil at all. It's it really doesn't. It's like honestly like one of the best things that you can see from what I've read, because it just like means that like you just need like a little tug towards the right direction.
What are you reading?
What am I reading right now?
Like you said, from your reading. Like that 666 is a good number.
Oh, I just go on fucking like. I can't give my secrets. I can't give my secrets.
Okay. Let's go back to the question book. You said 388.
Yeah, 388.
Why'd you choose that?
That was the first number that came to my head.
Okay, fine.
What did it say?
I'm just looking for meaning.
No, there's no meaning. I was like,
oh, this is actually kind of crazy because we were just talking about this. Is there ever a good time to be confrontational? That's weird.
Exactly. Got to follow the numbers.
Yeah, damn. That's actually kind of wild. We were literally just talking about that.
Is there any good way to handle confrontation?
No. Is there a good time to be confrontational?
Yeah. I think it's a good time to be confrontational when you are in control of your emotions.
Mm-hmm.
I think like when you're able to pull back, when you're able to realize that you're wrong, I think that's a good time to like have confrontation. If you're open, being open is a good time to be like confrontational. Like, are you willing to be wrong? Are you willing to not be listened to? Are you willing to get your feelings hurt? Those are all things that you have to be like ready for.
What about rage? Because like I feel like rage is one of those ones where it kind of can take you over. Like seeing red.
Yeah, I do see red sometimes. Yeah.
I don't know if I like see red. Like I was thinking about that, where that comes from. Like, is it that you're like blood is like? Do people actually see red occasionally?
I feel like I don't know. I think it's like maybe like a form of like emotional blackout.
Yeah. Okay. So I was thinking about this.
It's like I think it's the metaphor. I think it's for bulls, because when bulls see red, they charge.
Oh yeah. That makes sense. And okay.
Like, apparently.
Right. So I was thinking about this because I was watching kind of like a prank, not show, but like just a prank that someone filmed some guy, and like he just scared people. Kind of like, you know, when there's a street performer and they spook you.
Yeah.
And some people get really upset, and some people are just like, oh, that's funny. And I think about myself, I'm like, I would maybe get upset. I'd be like, fuck you.
Yeah.
And I don't like that. I want to just be like, oh, that's a silly goose time. That's funny.
But I think it could be both. I think like there's room for like forgiveness too. There's room for fuck you, and then there's also room for yo, my bad, bro.
Yeah, you scared me. Yeah,
exactly. There's room for like love in rage. There is room for like apologies, and there's room for forgiveness. So I think when you go into interactions, like kind of being like, anything could happen. Whatever happens. How I react happens. But being able to like give yourself grace and the other person grace at the end of it all, I think it's really important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think about situations where I'm like, oh, would I act my best self? And I just hope that I would. But you're right. If I can give myself space between the emotion and a reaction, that's always like the best
Yeah.
thing to do.
Yeah. And even if you react, the thing is, react bad. I think like it's so liberating to just have the bad act, to get in trouble, to say the mean thing. I think is like real. Then to constantly suppress ourselves out of like this false idea of like self-righteousness and what's right or wrong. Because you probably do shit that's wrong all day long.
Mm.
Why not just say like fuck you, or you annoy the shit out of me, and then be like, yo, actually I did not mean that.
I just hate always apologizing. That's where I feel like I start being like, why am I just always apologizing? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because then it becomes like a reflection of yourself. Like, am I just constantly being an asshole or overreacting or not reacting correctly in that moment?
I think maybe all the sorries or the apologizing like a lack of, no, I don't want to say lack of, that's not the right word. Maybe there's like room for like acceptance of just like what happened. I think there could be both in a sense. Like, I'm not a bad person for making a mistake, but I also don't want to hurt you. So this isn't about me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I feel that. I think it's really
hard.
the way you perceive it. Like if you think it's an issue, like I'm talking about myself right now, like if I think it's an issue that I'm constantly apologizing, which is a weird theme of my current life, not to get into shit too much, but like I think that everything is just like a signal at the end of the day. It's like if you think that, like I had someone ask me something, I don't want to like give away the story, but I was basically, my advice to him was like, if you're thinking about it, it's probably the case. You know what I mean? Like you got to listen to your
intuition.
Yeah, your intuition.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're tapped in. You're tapped in with your emotions. Some people, some dudes, no.
Oh, yeah, and that's why dudes be doing really messed up stuff to like queer people and women because they're not tapped into their emotions. Like when you like, I don't know, bro. Like, just treat people. I don't know. Just be fucking real and be yourself. And when you can like express, I don't know, when we should be able, we should express more rage, and also express
but
softness.
Rage is like the one. I just drank water and it sounds like I'm crying. Rage is like the one emotion that is not really socially acceptable because it could turn into dangerous behavior.
Yeah,
if someone's pissed and like throwing shit, like, you know, and they become violent,
that is scary.
Or someone doesn't know how to react, or people are drinking, whatever, you know.
I think it's such a suppressed emotion. I don't think we get to rage enough.
Do you feel like you get your rage out in a specific way? Is it through writing music? Is it through working out? Is it through anything specific? Arguing?
Yes.
Are you like arguing? Because I'm kind of an arguer.
I like to argue sometimes.
I mean, I just don't stand down if I believe in something.
Or just like saying how I fucking feel sometimes. Being like, man, fuck this motherfucker. Blah, 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 blah. Like, I like to your girl. That. Yeah, I'll be like, this motherfucker was an ass. This, I hate, you know, shit. I think I should be able to do that. I don't think it makes me any worse of a person. I think I should just be able to like talk about how I feel and let it be and use that energy for what it is. Because rage, you know, it's like two sides to the coin. Like part of the rage is bad, but also, you know, like it's like yin and yang.
I listened to a really beautiful poem about that the other day.
Really?
Yeah, it's like exactly that. It's like rage is like the I gotta send it to you, but basically like it's that you care a lot. That's the reason that you're pissed, and that seems obvious when I say it like that. But
and yeah, Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, no, that's all I was really gonna say.
Yeah.
It's
And
the opposite side of the coin, though.
And I want to preface that, like, I'm no perfect person with emotions. I have, like, lapses. Especially when I argue sometimes. I can get, like, overly emotional.
Yeah, you're on a train that's
I'm on
just like
I'll
fucking
just keep going.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'll say things I
get
don't
that.
actually mean. And I
I
do
do
have
that.
moments where I don't say things I mean. I'm like, why was I being mean right here? I don't mean. And I'll have to be like, I'll say something mean. And I'll be like, I don't really mean that. I'm sorry. And then sometimes I'll be like, I'll say something and I'll be like, I'm going to stand it 2
I
toes down.
still kind of believe that.
I kind of fucking believe this.
Yeah. It's easy also when you're on a train because it kind of feels good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you're
That's
like,
what it is.
That's sometimes like, because sometimes being judgmental and pointing shit out, it feels good. You're like, yeah, and that's how this is because this shit. You know what I mean? And you're like, it feels good to be kind of, you know, judgy. Not, yeah.
It's what I think. I think the whole suppressing emotion thing is like this. Like, I think when people suppress, like, you know, like rage and stuff like that, because they're afraid of hurting people's feelings, I think honestly it's like people that can't be mean, in a sense, have like this grandiose view of how they affect people. Like, you saying fuck you to some random dude on the street means what to him? Is he gonna go home and cry about it all night? And will that affect the rest of his life in a negative way? Will it leave him with like trauma for the rest of his life? No. People are way stronger than just like those small bursts of, like, you know, anger. And I think that when we overfunction for other people's emotional responses, it prevents us from truly expressing what we feel. And but you know, that is, you know,
I also feel like it gets
ahead.
sticky with like you know, people that are a little bit like you were talking about, like the queer culture or some women. Like, as a guy, sometimes I just don't understand some of these things because I'm not steeped in that. I'm not a girl, I'm not whatever, and I feel like a lot of people don't express the way that they're feeling because they're like, well, I just don't
want to get canceled or something.
Yeah.
Which is, me and my girlfriend talk about this so often.
Which is real, because you don't want to be ostracized or like filmed doing something.
Yes.
You know, whatever it is. But also, like, how do you make that mistake? How do you like say like, oh, I don't really get this, and like this is the way that I feel, and you can correct me if I'm wrong or try to like change my opinion.
To be open-minded, I think, to go into things open-minded. Yeah, with both parties. But I don't think we should ever expect the other person to like show up. But I think we should always show up with an open mind and and like be open emotionally to be wrong. To be like, you know what I said was fucked. Like, what I said was messed up. I remember this happened like 8 years ago, maybe longer. I was with my friend Thumvi, like one of my best friends ever. And
and he slapped the girl's ass, and you were just like,
no, I would never do that.
That would be crazy.
That's not my personality. I couldn't do it.
No, not you. You're with him.
Oh,
and you're like,
yes, exactly.
That would be crazy. Is that what happened?
Kinda, yes.
No way.
Well, no, it's not like no, that's not what happened. So I was with Thumvi, and me and Thumvi are at the club. And Thumvi's really into like, at least then Thumvi was really into like politics and just was like so plugged in and put me onto a lot of stuff. And I remember, I'm at this club and I'm like, this lady that is trans keeps looking at me, and Thumbi looks at me like, you are so stupid, like that. And I was like, oh shit, what did I said something really dumb. And then from there, just from that, Thumbi did not treat me mean the rest of the night or anything. Just in that moment, I got checked, and I knew what they were trying to say to me in that moment. It was like, dude, what are you saying? You know how dumb that sounds? Like, you know how like stupid you sound to say anything like that, to assume that somebody wants you or is looking for your attention just because you're like a man, and you feel intimidated by this person because you don't understand their existence at all. So I had to like go back and like rethink about how I was showing up in a sense. And I always mess up. I always say stuff that's stupid. But having an open mind is really important to like kind of take the step back and reevaluate. And then I think the issue with that like whole cancel culture thing is that the people that are canceling aren't like the people that love you for the most part. And when you're around people that like truly love and care about you and want to see you succeed, they'll correct you in loving ways, and they'll have that discourse with you in loving ways. At least they'll try. Not everybody's perfect, but I just expect, if I need to talk about something, I'll try to just be as level-headed as possible. And a lot of times I'm not. I can get emotional. I can get really emotional about stuff. Like I remember I remember I have a friend named Uzo, and Uzo is a trans activist. And I was telling my parents, like, my friend Uzo is coming over, and they go by they them pronouns. Or it was like they he, something like that. I don't remember exactly what their pronouns were anymore. It's been like 4 years. And I was like, yeah, this friend is coming over, and my dad starts like giving me shit. He was like, my dad's like, how am I supposed to know? And I'm just like, dude, just call this person by their pronouns. It does not matter what you think. And I got so emotional, and I just like got so frustrated. I was like, I don't feel like my house is safe for this person anymore. And then yeah, I just had like a fit about it, and as I should in a sense, because I want the person I'm bringing over to my house to hang out, to feel comfortable in this space. And I don't want my parents to like harshly judge this person. And I want them to feel respected and safe. So that was like a hard moment for me, but it turned out well nonetheless.
I get what you're saying.
It just takes a lot of patience to like correct people. Yeah.
I'm just not in the business of correcting people. Like,
yeah, but you got to sometimes. You got to kind of you hear some shit, some egregious shit. You got to be like, the part about being an ally is to not. It's like being an ally isn't about doing things in public. It's about what you do behind closed doors.
But that's what I'm saying.
When you hear like that person saying something, sometimes you can either let that shit go, which I don't really like letting shit go. But if you know you got that relationship with them, and you can talk to them, call them out and be like, yo, bro, that's just not really cool. And then explain like the context behind it. And still then they won't understand. And that's cool. But give them the space inside to like process it themselves. You don't got to force it on nobody. Yeah. Just like be like, hey, I don't think that was cool. This is why. Let them process it. They can come back with their own opinions. Whatever. Then if they try to fight you back, I'm just like, I just care about you. And I care about these people too.
Yeah.
And that's hard as shit. That's not easy.
I think for myself, I'm not super confrontational in general. And then also, unless I'm close with people, you're right.
Yeah.
But I'm also, I don't know if it's just because of like the age that we're at, or, people around me are at, but it's like I just can't change a lot of people. And also I have some friends where,
shout out Ellipsis, by the way.
Ellipsis is in here.
Yeah, he was talking about
yeah. What's up, dude?
Emotional range. Hell yeah, exactly. And as like men, we should definitely be talking about this more. So I'm glad we're talking about this.
No, yeah, this is an open forum to whatever.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I feel like there's a lot of people at this age. Or what I was going to say about like kind of one specific person, it's like I don't want to constantly be telling someone, and it doesn't have to be constant, that like they're fucking up and that they're doing something wrong. Because just based on like certain people's upbringings and style of like communication, maybe their parent was always telling them that they were doing something wrong. Yeah. And the second that someone starts telling them that they're doing something wrong, they're shut off. Yes. They don't, and that's their cross to bear, because that's just like something that's been burned into them.
Yeah.
But like, it's not going to work for everyone. And I'm not trying to be defeatist, but I feel like in a sense I would rather just lead by example or try to like mind idea virus someone where like I it's so imperceptible that like I'm saying things in a way where I'm trying to feed you the stuff that I want you to think without telling you directly.
Yeah.
And then eventually you'll think it's your own idea.
That's insane.
I know that seems insidious, but it's for a positive.
Yeah, a positive outcome.
Because I just don't feel like a lot of people do well with confrontation.
I mean, that it's not really about them. It's more so about like standing on your values.
I know, but like,
fuck them. Sorry.
Who cares about my values?
But I think that is important, especially when it like comes to like human rights.
Yeah, no,
That's like a difference.
I hear you. It
If
depends. Okay, subject.
Oh yeah, it depends on the subject.
Dependent for sure.
Human rights, I don't have like a lot of leeway for human. I don't have really a lot of leeway for human rights. I'm like, I don't think what's going on. You know, I don't think a lot of these
we're getting
proxy wars.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of these proxy wars are right, and I'm not gonna name anything, but I don't think a lot of these proxy wars are right. I don't think that how the police treat people in this country is right. I don't appreciate how the justice system works against people. And
let's throw the medical industry in there. I'm upset with them too.
Speak on it. Like,
no, I just wanted to throw it in there.
Yeah, you know, like, and I think we should be able to speak up for the people, because it's not really about me. It's about, like, you know, the best way to get an ally is to speak their language. So if you got like somebody that's not really on your side, speak their language. I'm not about to belittle you for having a different opinion. I'm gonna be like, hey, but what about this too? And then and, you know, we don't gotta argue, but I'd be like, you know, let's have a conversation about it. And if you want to get loud,
I think it's good to talk about. Yeah.
And then if you get loud, if you get angry, which is super normal, you can hug it out. You don't gotta not be family or friends anymore.
No, I like that. I like people.
I do that. I've done that so often. I talk to so many different people with different belief systems and everything, and the only way for them to I guess try to understand the world through your lens is to communicate your experience and be kind. I remember, it's just really funny. This Hispanic lady came into my old job, and she was complaining about how many Venezuelan immigrants were in the neighborhood committing crime. And I was like, before you get onto this thing, ma'am, you are a Mexican lady. I was like, the media does this on purpose. They create these narratives to villainize certain groups of people. It's so real, especially when their skin is darker too. And I was like, they probably did the exact same thing to your parents when you moved to the United States. They talked about you the same way. They talked about your family the exact same way. So be careful. And then she just stopped. And I was like, exactly. I was like, and just me communicating with her in that way, firmly telling her the truth, not expecting her to, like, you know, bounce back, but like really being like, yo, just pay attention to what you see.
Yeah.
Because the way you're speaking, you know, doesn't feel productive.
This is also why I just haven't listened to the news.
Exactly.
It's so divisive. It's crazy when you don't listen to it. And you're like, wow. I feel tapped out slightly.
Yeah.
And that's not good. But I just try to focus on the people around me and doing the best for them, you know.
Just get back to the people around you.
I think if everyone did that, you know, well, maybe not everyone, because like we are a connected world.
Yeah.
Someone's got to worry about the fuck that's going on, you know, elsewhere. But yeah, what were we gonna say?
No, I think in a sense, I think we should all care about each other. I kind of want to challenge that a little bit. I think it's worth going that extra mile sometimes. And I don't think we had to base that life around it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that if we want to, it's like the butterfly effect. And who knows?
Like a chain reaction.
Yeah, and who knows if that chain reaction is positive. But by, me doing something kind, or me being an ally to somebody in a moment of need,
yeah,
I can like change their whole worldview. And that's what happened for me through my friend Thumby.
Yeah. That was real. Yeah, no, I mean,
yeah,
I feel that.
Yeah.
I feel that. I think that's good. I think that's like a good thing to aspire to. You can't always be doing that, but in a good, timing's everything. Okay. Jake is in here. What is he saying? He's saying stuff. I can't read. I'm sorry, Jake, but I will read this at some point. I think let's play another track, and then probably, I don't know how long we've been going, but it's been a fucking minute.
Yeah.
And we should probably wrap up.
Let's do
We've been going for an hour 30.
That's
pretty
called
long.
Grief.
Grief is in there. I saw that.
I don't know what this even sounds like. Let's play Grief. I don't know what it even sounds like, dude.
Grief. Oh yeah, I think you showed me this one, maybe. I feel like that was a nice palate cleanser.
Yeah, it is.
That cleansed me.
Let's do.
You want to play one more?
Yeah, we should.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I didn't ask you any. Okay, is there anything you wanted to cover? We don't have to. I'm just asking.
Nah, I don't really have.
Okay.
I think I talked about a lot of things I'm passionate about today.
Okay, that's good. Good. Which one you want me to play?
Let's do. Pick one at random.
Should we get the massage gun going?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What were you doing earlier? It was like
This shit was fucked up.
dude, the massage gun is an instrument. I saw someone using it for, I think it was like playing MIDI or like notes.
Oh,
but
that's
like,
crazy.
The rest of the podcast, I'm gonna talk like this.
Robot.
This is like on my. That's like maybe not a good spot.
Yeah, I put it on my stomach and I was like,
oh, that makes me have to like pee immediately.
I can't.
That was the pee spot, dude.
Not the pee.
That
was not the pee spot.
No, it was the pee spot though. What are you talking about? Wait. You were looking at the camera? Oh, wait. What is the pee spot? I don't get it.
Google it.
Can you just tell me?
No, you gotta Google it.
Fine, I'll Google it.
Don't Google it on stream. Oh yeah, Google it on your phone.
Okay, which one are we playing? We're playing one at random. Okay, we got You Klutz, First Sight UKG, Cold Spring. I kind of like Cold Spring. I don't. Is that a good one?
Play First Sight.
Okay. Wait, UKG?
Yeah,
UKG?
it's UKG.
But there's a different First Sight at the top.
That's the drum and bass.
Oh. So should I play the UKG one?
Which one do you want?
I kind of want the UKG one.
Yeah, play the UK. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous.
All right, let's
Such
do
a good fucking mix. I keep like having little spasms listening to this. It's so weird.
I feel like it's because you're like sleep deprived.
Yes. My body's like,
I'm trying to go to bed. I like that synth, the top line.
I love that sentence.
It's got that glidey when it gets low, grumbly.
Sorry about that high pitched noise. Oh, it's so high. I feel like it's tickling the inside of my fucking brain. Oh.
It wasn't like that loud. It was ASMR. Oh wait, shit! Is it gonna play the next one? Whoops.
Not Cold Spring.
Okay. I think we've done a good job here.
Here we are.
Thank you guys for listening. If you've been in chat or just watching, appreciate you
I
guys.
got an exit song.
You want one more?
I think we should exit on one last song after we say
Okay.
bye.
Oh, like
Yeah.
I need more scenes. Right now we only got 2. Okay. Is it in this playlist? The Weather
Yes.
Within.
Yeah, it is in the playlist.
What is Weather with an H? Like whether or not?
Yeah, that's what the weather is, because
I
that's
just don't know how to spell, I guess. Well, because like
that's
yeah.
the dissonance.
But isn't there another weather? Or am I crazy?
The weather, like the sky.
No. I know.
There's another weather.
Is there a third weather?
Shit, I'm not sure.
I'm gonna look up the P area. No, I'm just kidding. All right, what track are we playing?
I guess we're gonna end off on. Since this was a meditation, let's do Nothing and More. Last song.
Last song. Gotcha.
It'll fade out itself very well.
I love those bells.
That's it.
Damn, that was cool.
I like that one.
Yeah, that one's nice. So those are like sprinkled throughout.
Yeah, they're all over the place. It's like most of the album is kind of ambient.
Bro, we gotta make some stuff together. I'm getting back in.
I've been waiting for you. I've been waiting for everybody. Everybody always telling me. Everybody always talking about I'm joking. Go ahead.
No, but like, I'm ready.
All right,
I'm ready.
let's make some shit.
I mean, like, as in, like, some of the music that you've been making, the ambient stuff, I fuck with that shit. The like dub techno-y, but just weird. I got some music to show you. Let's just put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Ryuichi Sakamoto. Do you know who that is?
Yeah.
Fucking,
I'll be on my ambient.
I love him. All right. Well, any shout outs? Shout out Vince because you guys are doing a back to back. Also, shout out Jake for being in chat. We appreciate and love you.
Shout out Jake. Shout out Jackie, my girlfriend. Shout out Jerry. Shout out Shore for setting Jerry up with these really cool headphones.
Shout out Maj, dude. This is fucking. We got 5 pairs of headphones.
Shout out the boy Maj.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, just shout out everybody in Chicago that's been really messing with me. Oh, shout out Monkey Rascal Joel, my boy.
Oh yeah, Joel, where are you?
He disappeared, but he'll be back. Probably better than ever. But he really pushed me recently, and we spent like a lot of like really nice time together, just talking through mental health, and I really appreciate him. He's the reason I kind of started like releasing this like harder music. He's like, dude, I think you should just do a few more of these. And I was like, all right. He's like, just try it out. Just do like 3 songs. So right now I'm on that move right now, and I've been posting visuals and stuff about it. So shout out Joe. I hope you're okay. Talk to you soon. Shout out to the blokes, all the blokes. Shout out to all the blokes.
The blokes?
The blokes.
Are you British?
Nah, we just bloking up in Chicago. We just bloked up.
Like the boys?
We bloked. We're so bloked up.
What are you saying? I feel like, have you seen Mean Girls where she's like, stop trying to make fetch work?
No, bloke is already a thing.
I know bloke is a thing. I kind of like it. I might have to adopt.
You can adopt the bloke. We're trying to make it not a trend. It's
See?
Just, oh, no.
I think you were trying too hard.
No.
No, I'm just kidding. I like it.
Shout out to the blokes. Shout out to the folks. And thanks for watching the Poducer podcast with Jerry and Kare.
Yeah. Also, Kare, we're going to try to get you like in the team and involved more. And
y'all see me in your DMs. Sweet talking you is me.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well,
Peace.
Yeah. Thanks for listening. If you made it this far, we'll catch you next time. And